now at 10, we are trading in sunshine for soggy weather this weekend. We'll step you through it so you can make plans coming up.
Also on Connecticut's news station tonight, a fatal crash causing massive backups down on the coastline tonight, and it's just one of multiple deadly accidents on state roadways.
Breathing new life into a cold case. Investigators making a breakthrough in an unsolved murder from back in 2017, who they're charging for pulling the trigger.
And with the forecast looking wet, people are trying to make the most of tonight's moderate fall weather. We'll introduce you to fairgoers in Durham trying to beat the rainy weekend.
Now at 10, this is Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
And we begin tonight on the weather. Multiple rounds of rain are moving in, which could complicate your weekend plans. Thanks for joining us for the news at 10. I'm Brent Harden.
And I'm Samaya Hernandez. We hope you made the most out of today because we're not getting a break from the rain until Tuesday.
Yeah, let's send things right over to Rachel Frank for the latest on the forecast. Rach, what about the weekend?
Yeah, if you are going to the fairs, I would make sure you've got some boots, a poncho, definitely an umbrella with off and on rain and drizzle for Saturday, for Sunday, and even into part of Monday before we finally dry things out. Not only will it be wet at times, but it will be chilly too. Highs on Saturday will only be in the 50s, 60s for Sunday, and it will be breezy both days, but we're not anticipating any damaging winds. I'm saying that because we're actually talking about moisture from a tropical storm heading this way. I don't want you to think we're going to get any tropical storm impacts, though, here in Connecticut. Just a lot of rain. Here's the storm right now. It'll be making landfall in North Carolina early tomorrow morning, but even though the storm will be far away, all of this moisture is taking a trip up to Connecticut. We're dry as we head through the overnight hours. It won't be until around daybreak tomorrow that we'll start to see some showers developing, first along the immediate shoreline, and then they'll spread north towards the Massachusetts border, where it might be dry a little while longer than the immediate shoreline. Overall, though, it's off and on rain, that gusty breeze, and cool conditions. Look at temperatures. They're just flatlined. And there might be breaks in the action where you can get outside and it's just kind of misty, drizzly, and chilly, but I would keep the umbrella handy right through the day. And then we're going to do that off and on through your Sunday as well. We'll take a look at the future radar heading through the weekend and early next week, coming up in just a bit, guys.
All right, Rachel, thank you. Well, the official start of fall is just hours away now, and that means, of course, fair fall season is in full swing all across Connecticut.
And despite the threat of wet weather this weekend, well, the fun isn't stopping anyone in Durham tonight.
Yeah, people turned out to the Durham Fair in huge numbers, all trying to enjoy today's nice weather before that rain moves in. Fox 61's Jake Garcia joins us now from the fairgrounds with more. Jake?
Well, Brent and Samaya, as you mentioned, the fairgrounds here at the Durham Fair packed tonight as people are enjoying the fall mild weather. And even though there is rain in the forecast, the Durham Fair does plan to go on as planned, come rain or shine.
I see there's a lot of people here, a lot of restaurants, a lot of rides.
People from across the state enjoying the end of summer by welcoming the fall season with the Durham Fair.
We've been coming here since we were little kids, so we've got to do it every year.
And with hundreds flocking to the Durham Fairgrounds for fun for the whole family.
It's been fun. We're going to take the little one on some rides and eat some food.
A fair this size takes months of preparations.
Well, the fair is run by over 1,700 volunteers, and we have a group of directors and an executive team that meets 12 months a year to plan the fair and come up with new ideas and new ways to bring the public into the fair and enjoy it.
Fair officials are prepared for just about everything, including the weather.
Well, you know what? It's been raining all summer, and we can't stop doing all the fun things just because of a little bit of rain. We have plenty of things to do inside, so I say come out to the Durham Fair, enjoy it.
Fair officials even coming up with contingency plans if things should get worse.
We do park cars in grass lots. So we have a contingency plan for a parking lot if we need to have some asphalt, some firm surfaces. So we'll be meeting in the morning to talk about different ways that we can bring the public in safely.
So despite the rain, the fair will go on as planned.
It's on rain or shine, absolutely.
And the Rick Springfield concert that's scheduled for Saturday night will go on as planned unless the weather is deemed unsafe. The Durham Fair runs until 6 p.m. on Sunday night. Live in Durham, Jake Garcia, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
All right, thank you, Jake. I hope they can work things out there. They've done a great job out there this year. All right, back to reality now. An afternoon car crash on Danbury Road in New Milford has left at least one person dead and 4 others hospitalized. Police have confirmed to Fox 61 that at least 3 cars were involved in that crash. It happened before 2:30 this afternoon, causing traffic backups on Danbury Road between Old State Road and Cedar Knolls Drive. That road is still closed as police investigate tonight. They have not identified who was involved in that crash at this point. And also new tonight, state police say a person has serious injuries after being hit by a car in Griswold. They say it happened on Green Avenue around 8 this evening. We're working to learn more about what happened and the condition of the person hit. And for now, they are asking people to avoid that area.
Breaking news out of Milford tonight. We're learning that at least one person is dead following a collision involving a truck and a motorcycle. This is a live look along I-95 in Milford near exit 38, where you can see a long backup of cars. Officials say that crash happened near exit 39A. The motorcyclist was pronounced dead at the scene. We haven't heard any word on the other driver involved. 95 North remains closed between exits 37 and 38 while state police investigate further. And investigators have made a potential breakthrough in a New Britain cold case that has stumped officials for more than 6 years now. The chief state's attorney announced the arrest of 30-year-old Michael Coleman in connection with a deadly shooting back in August of 2017. Coleman is accused of shooting 32-year-old Gabriel Pereira in the head on Park Street while he was outside of a birthday party. Coleman is being held on a $5 million bond.
Emergency officials say a construction worker had to be rushed to the hospital after a trench box fell on him while he was down in a trench at a road construction site in Hartford. It happened along Retreat Avenue before 8 this morning, I should say. Firefighters were able to pull the worker out of the trench. Right now, we don't know how seriously he was hurt. OSHA is investigating the accident.
A long cleanup process for crews along I-84 in Farmington today after a dump truck flipped over and caught fire. The rollover happened on the westbound side of the highway between exits 37 and 38. Several lanes had to be shut down after that crash, causing a long traffic backup. We have not heard of any injuries related to the crash.
We are closely tracking an uptick in COVID-19 here in Connecticut as we get closer to the start of the respiratory illness season.
Yeah, more free at-home test kits will soon be available, and doctors are encouraging people to get the latest vaccine.
The most recent data from the Department of Public Health shows the COVID-19 hospitalizations are on the rise. And while we're not quite in respiratory illness season yet, experts say now's the time to prepare for it. Here's Fox 61's Gabby Molina.
Yeah, absolutely, Brent and Samaya. We're hearing from officials tonight that say that now is the time to prepare for the season.
Fall officially begins this weekend, and the new season brings us closer to when respiratory illnesses start to increase.
If you remember last year, we had the tridemic. I think we're probably going to be bracing ourselves for the same thing.
RSV, the flu, and COVID-19 expected to all be around again this fall and winter. And right now, Connecticut is seeing a bit of a rise in COVID-19 hospitalizations. According to data from the Department of Public Health, last week there were 213 people hospitalized, compared to 180 at the end of last month.
I think it's a combination of several things. The first one I should say is we have the new subvariant from the Omicron, the Iris. We also had the what I call end of summer travel. So college people getting back to school or starting school. And then you have Labor Day weekend with all the travel that entails.
Starting next week, people will be able to order free at-home COVID test kits from the government once again. It can be done online or by the phone, and there's a limit of 4 per household. Officials say expiration dates have also been extended on some COVID tests, so people should check online before throwing out any they may have at home. But doctors say even if you take a test and don't have COVID, it's a good idea to stay home if you're feeling sick.
One of the few cases where sharing is not caring, please do not share those things with your friends and families.
Doctors are also encouraging people to get the latest COVID vaccine. The CDC says anyone 6 months and older can get the shot.
They call it the 23-24 shot. So it's like a deviation. It's not called a booster. It's just another dose of the vaccine. As a reminder, it takes about 2 weeks for the vaccine to be effective.
For more information on how to order the free test kits or check for the new expiration dates, head to our website, fox61.com. In the studio, Gabby Molina, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.